Welcome to the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. You're joining us in, almost the middle of Season 4. We're on Episode 18, and we'd like to thank all of you for joining us on our Cantastic journey. We always come up with a great theme at the beginning of the year, and so far the Cantastic journey has really proven to be a real thing. We're traveling around and we're doing things. We're a little closer to home. We were in Italy last episode, and now we're bringing it back to California. But before we can tell you about that, we have to have our guest of the week, our Dean of De-alcoholization. We are now firmly into dry January, and we're going to celebrate that this year in a way we haven't before. We'll have a few more episodes and a number of decent NA wines, and you people really respond with a lot of comments and a lot of views, which we like. So we have our Dean of De-alcoholization here. Are you there, Dean?
Happy New Year from Lynchburg, Virginia, Brad.
Good to hear from you again. And can you tell us a little bit about our can of the week?
Our can of the week is a 250 milliliter sparkling Blanc de Blanc by Buzzkill Wines.
Yes, and it is the beginning of the year and all the parties have gone on. It's time to kill some buzz, as we would say. And to be honest, you don't necessarily have to kill a buzz with a Buzzkill wine because they're quite decent wines. I think people, in our experience, we haven't opened this particular one, but wouldn't you say and the other Buzzkill wines have been right up there with some of the better NA wines that we've had?
I would. Is this the fourth of four? I think we've had at least three. They've all been excellent.
Yeah, there was a rosé, there was a white, and we did have a red from them as well. So I think this is our fourth. And can you tell us a little bit about Buzzkill's Molly Feddick? And she's the push behind it, a self-professed retired partier. But she does enjoy good wine, correct?
She does, but she also enjoys the sober lifestyle and wanted to create a wine that would fit and fill the bill of wine celebrations, and while not getting her over the top or anybody else over the top, and waking up with that unfortunate after effects. Exactly.
The other thing is, this is truly a de-alcoholized wine, de-alcoholized Chardonnay wine. The thing is, the way food legislation is, wine itself doesn't have to have any, you won't see what's in wine, but because this has no alcohol, it does have to have ingredients, which is de-alcoholized Chardonnay wine. So it's made from Chardonnay grapes, which all come from the Lodi, California region, from a multi-generational winery there, and some grape juice concentrate and natural flavors. So it's there, and it's also very low calorie. The ready-to-drink beverages are a huge portion of the beverage drinking market, but these are well made. I don't know this particular one, but well made and low calories. Do you have any information on the actual winemaker, Dean?
The actual winemaker is Evan Cameron, who is, I guess you would say, a journeyman winemaker. She's been at several places and has landed with Buzzkill and consulting with Molly on making these excellent de-alcoholized wines.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, they're 100% Chardonnay grapes from the Lodi, California region, which is noted for its Chardonnay. I know there's some movements, anything but Chardonnay, but Chardonnay's actually been something I've more or less discovered in doing the Can Wine podcast. It's one of my favorite grapes. And the Blanc de Blanc is would you say it's a champagne style, or what's
it's sparkling, so I expect it's going to be very, very light in color, and I've kept it well chilled. It says keep it chilled until ready to drink. So I expected it would be a champagne style.
Yeah, and I I put mine in slightly more than 20 minutes. You know, the 20-minute rule, where if you want to chill a white wine, put it in or take it out of the fridge 20 minutes before you're about to drink it, and chill a red by about 20 minutes. I actually broke that rule and put it in about a half an hour ago just to bring it down. Although I noticed that my wine cellar is a little cooler these days. It's been pretty brisk here up in New York.
Indeed.
And for those that have made it this far into the podcast, you will have seen a couple of your fantastic artwork pieces there, Dean. I didn't expect that. Usually with every episode we get a guest, we say, can you take a couple of pictures with the can? And Dean always comes up with some real showstoppers, and he had put some spalded bowls there. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Those are bowls that I made from trees that I actually cut down, or my crew cut down, that I saved and dried and turned. So that's a particularly old one. I think that might be as many as 10 years old, that bowl.
Nice. And the spalding itself, is that caused by a defect in the wood, and what causes that?
That's caused by a fungus, a wood rotting fungus. And it creates those nice black lines, highly prized by wood turners and woodworkers. It hasn't got to the point of disintegrating the wood yet, but it would if it was left outside and went through the regular rain cycles and so forth. But once it's dry, it's stable. Exactly.
And that gives us an unexpected backdoor to catch up on something we missed. We missed our wine nerd word of the week, and I know I'd asked you to drudge through through that book that I'd given you as a gift most recently. And what did you come up with, Dean?
The word for the week is noble rot, which sounds kind of like an oxymoron to me, but noble rot is a fungal infection that is considered a flaw in red grapes, but it is appreciated in white grapes for making sweet wines with flavors of honey, ginger, and so forth. So noble rot is it. And by the way, that Wine Folly book is excellent.
Yeah, my sister sent me that as a Christmas gift, and I've used it far more than I expected. It, you know, I do read a lot about wines, and that really brings it all together. You can get some more in-depth things with Ron Jackson's Wine Bible, but that if you want a good overview, I've really enjoyed that, especially some of the maps and things that show you the growing regions and such. I'm wearing my official Niagara-on-the-Lake Wine Country hoodie today for no reason other than I'm heating the heck out of my house, and it's a bit chilly here because we've had some real cool temperatures. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that book. Now, would you like to do what we do here on the Canned Wine Podcast? What is that, Dean?
We open cans of wine and talk about them.
Exactly. And when we're doing our Dry January special or any of the NA ones, we like to open some of these NA wines. And quite frankly, some of them have been quite tasty, and I even have continued to enjoy them beyond just the openings. Like typically how it works is I'll have a couple of cans, we have a guest, and that's it. Sometimes I return to cans that I particularly like, and I may open them again. One that I frequently drink and my partner Connor really likes is that Shirley makes a sparkling red. So there are some varieties there. She really enjoyed that sparkling red, and you know, unfortunately, with buying such small quantities and the fact that we don't have tons of them, I guess I could put together a reel like people do with what happened in 2025 or something, and have all of them just back to back and opening them. But there've been, I can't remember the number. We've done literally dozens of NA wines so far, haven't we?
We're up there, yes.
And enjoyed most of them. So
every one, yes.
Exactly. Well, without any further ado, are you ready to open this one?
I'm ready, Brad.
Okay. Well, it's got a very golden color to it.
I'm looking at the Wine Folly book, and I would match it with deep gold.
Deep gold, yeah. I'm smelling some lemon zest. The grapefruit was one that they said was a flavor. Mm.
Mm.
That's crisp.
Oh, delicious.
And dry.
Green apple for sure.
Yeah, I'm tasting the white fruits. Now, where did this come from? I think, in all honesty, this came off of Amazon back in October, November. We do think ahead here. I was thinking, well, what are we going to do to fill up the NA wine calendar? And I started looking around, and I found that there were some in a liquor store in Ridgefield, Connecticut that I ventured out to, and indeed I got a couple there. And then I found a few more online through different retailers and stuff, and was able to round up quite a few of them. So we're pretty well stocked for this month, and even towards the end. And not to overplay it, but I think the last wine we may officially open this year, which was the same last year. We opened up an NA to end the season, so that might happen, and it might happen in a nice location. So we'll see how it goes. But what are your secondary thoughts? You've had a bit of a taste of it.
It is very enjoyable, I would say. A nice sipping wine. Crisp is a great word for it. Mostly dry, I would call it. To my palate, very good aftertaste. It's great.
Yeah, I am enjoying it, and giving a bit of a shout out to. What would you pair this with? You could pair it with a charcuterie board or maybe some seafood. I had it yesterday with salmon tacos, and it was excellent. I had a can chilled. This came as a 4-pack, so you have 1/4 of that, and I have 3/4, and I think I'll be enjoying this in the future with maybe some more seafood. The salmon tacos was a very a good blend yesterday, so I highly recommend it. And a shout out, I'm going to promote I know you've watched the previous episodes. I've been giving away interesting antique postcards that I picked up from a secondhand craft store here, unused old-time postcards. To anybody that comments or gets our head scratcher, I'll track you down and send you off a real cool postcard. I've got mountains in the Yukon, Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. I have where is this character from? Oh, the Alaskan Maritime National Wildlife Refuge. Bit of a shout out to our subscribers and followers in Alaska. I've got an Alaskan Ferry System postcard. Who knows when this came out? It doesn't say. But we got a number of beautiful postcards because we appreciate all the people, and all your comments are just fantastic. We had a couple shout outs from Pile of Stuff, who he's my friend that does electronics vlogging up in Canada, and I managed to get him a couple of they weren't NAs. He opens his electronics things by opening a craft beer. So I got him to break away from. I had no idea that Winnipeg had such a huge craft beer thing. He does, weekly, bi-weekly, and he's always opening a new craft beer. But I got him to open up a Brooklyn Lager and a Coney Island Mermaid Pilsner. So if it's in a can, we get it around, and we have strong connections up there in Winnipeg. And thanks again, Kent, for mentioning us on your @Pile of Stuff. A very interesting vlog. If you're into craft beer and electronics. 'Cause he's doing a lot of stuff, and he just finished an epic. December is his kit month, so he makes a bunch of electronic kits. But I'm digressing. So all of you who answered questions, and we've sent out those cards, we hope you enjoy them and keep listening. We're learning a lot about wine together and enjoying it along the way. And again, a shout out to you, Dean, for being such a great contributor, and I appreciate that you only come on to the NA episodes because that's your thing. But you do help with the other episodes and say, well, this was good, that was good. It's good to have a steady person to bounce things off of. So thanks again.
You're quite welcome. I enjoy it immensely.
Oh, that's great. And again, I can't say enough, when you people see those bowls, and I think there was a goblet that you made too. Dean spins that on his lathe, being quite a woodsman and a woodcrafter. They're just fantastic. It really made me pause to think how talented you are. I really appreciate that. And our head scratcher, Dean, we don't really throw hardballs at our listeners, but what city, what California city does Buzzkill Wines get their grapes from? So I said it a few times. I don't know that you have to look back, but take a look and let us know. Again, thanks for helping us out as much, Dean, and we're looking forward to our Dry January adventure. As you know, we have a number of interesting cans. We'll probably go with a red wine on the next one, so that's where we're headed. And in closing, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine. As long as they have wine in it, it may not have alcohol in it, but we're still in it for the wine and talk about it. Remember, as always, to enjoy responsibly. And again, you'll have joy if you're enjoying this stuff. Because it comes in a can doesn't mean you can drink and drive. The Can Wine Podcast is a Center Stage production, all rights reserved.